Hello, folks. Jose Rosa here, science specialist at the Mason Pilot Elementary School in Roxbury. This is the second screencast on the Measuring Time unit by STC. This screencast will cover lessons 1, 2, 3. So lesson 1 is called Before Clocks. Lesson 2, Making a Record of Shadows. Lesson 3, Does the Sun Move? As a quick note, you will need access to some clocks with a second hand for most of these lessons for the most of the lessons of this unit. Some online clocks you can use are online-stopwatch.com, that's my favorite one, but there's another one on the top, as you can see it from the screen. So like most STC units, lesson 1 serves as a pre-assessment. Students work on a KWL chart. During the lesson, students discuss their ideas and questions they have about time. They also explore their sense of time by estimating the duration of 1 minute. So they close their eyes, you look at the clock, and students raise their hands when they think 1 minute has gone by. You can document who is early, who is on time, and who is late using a graph, a data table like this one. Now the fun part of this unit actually begins during lesson 2. During this lesson, students make a record of sun shadows throughout the school day. Now, conducting this lesson can be very difficult if you are a science specialist, because students need to record the shadows about every hour during the day. In the past, I recruited homeroom teachers and asked them to take the students outside to record sun shadows. You can also utilize paras, interns, or teachers' aides. Be creative. Do it any way you feel. You do what you have to do to create this, to record the sun shadows during the day. As a last resort, and far from ideal, you can have the students record the first shadow, and you can record the rest of them, and then you share it with them at the end of on a subsequent class. So, needless to say, you will need the sun for lessons 2 and 3. You can skip to lesson 4 and come back to lessons 2 and 3 if the sun is behind clouds. Now, what supplies do you need for lesson 2? Well, each student will need a notebook, an 8x11 cardstock or plain paper on a clipboard. The clipboard will be used to hold the paper and the gnomon so students can make the shadows right on it. You will also need a 7.5 centimeter rod, which comes in the kit. This will serve as the gnomon. Now, if you're doing this lesson in the springtime or summer, you might want to use a pencil or something longer for the gnomon instead of the rod that comes with the kit. You will also need a 5 centimeter wheel, which is also part of the kit, and a ruler. This is what the gnomon and wheel would look like when they're set up on the clipboard. Some key points. Try to begin this lesson early in the morning. Students should record the sun shadows hourly. If you have large windows that face south, you can have students make shadows there. Now, page 26 of the teacher's guide has student instructions on recording sun shadows. When recording the sun shadows, make sure that the bottom part of the setup is facing south. Okay, so our lesson 2 focused on recording sun shadows. And actually, before I move on to lesson 3, let me show you some student work samples of what the sun shadows would look like after the students have recorded them. Okay, so while lesson 2 focuses on recording sun shadows, lesson 3 focuses on having students analyze their results. Students make graphs to show the different shadow lengths recorded during lesson 2. Students also use flashlights to simulate the previous sun shadow observations. Now, the teacher guide has 2 record sheets that students can use during lesson 3. Record sheet 3A focuses on having students analyze their results by creating a graph. Record sheet 3A, record sheet 3B serves as an assessment. So, and page 32 of the teacher guide has questions that can be used to guide a discussion as well. As one of the final activities, students can read the selection called Sun Clocks. Okay, so I'm done going over lessons 1, 2, and 3. Make sure to watch my next Measurement Time screencast where I cover lessons 4, 5, and 6. Until then, this is Jose Rosa signing off. Till later.